My name is Nick Robbins, and I'm here to deliver remarks on behalf of Assemblymember Sam Pirozzolo. I stand before you to bring your attention, as the past speakers have, to the devastation the opioid epidemic has had on Staten Island and highlight how Staten Islanders are being prevented from receiving assistance as determined by the opioid settlement agreement. Tragically, Staten Island has been the epicenter of the opioid crisis in New York City and across the United States. In 2021, Staten Island had the second highest rate of overdose deaths in New York City, a total of 146. 2022 saw an increase of that number. The crisis is only worsening and more lives are at risk than ever before. In search of accountability and restitution for the lives lost and ruined, the state of New York, through the Attorney General's office, struck a settlement with pharmaceutical manufacturers and distributors to pay $286 million over 18 years, with 20% to be allocated to New York City, including $150 million scheduled to be dispersed over the next 5 years. The direct municipal share was intended to reach all corners of New York City, including Staten Island. Staten Islanders are being deprived of vital funding simply because we are not home to a New York City public hospital, which is completely and totally unacceptable. Staten Island's elected officials were shocked by the blatant disregard for our residents and the crisis impacting their lives every day. This settlement agreement did not call for the exclusion of Staten Island or provide any roadblocks that would prevent us from receiving resources. New York City has full discretion on how these funds are to be distributed. As of now, they have neglected to provide Staten Islanders with the direct support systems offered to other boroughs of New York City. Although it often feels otherwise, Staten Islanders are New Yorkers too. Attorney General Letitia James, who negotiated the settlement, represents New Yorkers, and that funding should have been seen on Staten Island too. Due to this neglect, more Staten Islanders will die, and more families will be torn apart if this oversight is not rectified immediately. I'm calling on the City of New York, Health and Hospitals, the Attorney General, and the Office of Addiction Services and Support to collaboratively address this issue and immediately compensate Staten Islanders retroactively, equitably, and proportionately in regard to previous and future payouts from the settlement fund. Assemblyman Pirozzolo, and as you hear later, Assemblyman Tanusis, is prepared to utilize any means necessary, including but not limited to litigation or legislation, to ensure that Staten Islanders are no longer deprived of life-saving funding and instead are provided with the life-saving tools they so desperately need. I once again thank you for the opportunity to bring our community's concerns before this board, and I look forward to an expedited resolution of this injustice. Thank you.
Thank you very much.